Hello, dear students. Today we are going to read the poem The Trees, and it is written by Adrienne Rich. In this poem, the trees are shown to struggle out of the clutches of the grasp of the human beings in the form of growing them into the confines of their homes within the boundaries of homes. Actually, the human beings grow trees, plants in their homes to give the semblance, give the appearance of nature inside their homes. This is not nature at actual. Nature lies outside into the forest. There is a kind of conflict between man and nature. Man creates it artificially through plants and bushes in the pots in his house. The poem tells how the trees inside the homes want to break free from the walls and the surroundings and go back to nature. So, trees stand personified in this poem, and you would see many similes also here in the poem. Now, starting from the first stanza, the trees inside are moving out into the forest that was empty all these days, where no bird could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadow. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. The speaker observes that the trees inside his house are moving out into the forest, which has been empty for a long time. The trees are not moving actually, but the poet imagines them to do so through an imagery. Man is growing small trees, plants, and bushes inside his house to create a false impression of nature being present in them. As the forest outside was empty, no insect could hide, nor sun could be hidden under the shadow of the trees. No sun bury its feet, means no sunlight, no light will be lost in shadows. The poet feels that the forest outside shall be full of trees in the morning after the trees had moved out there. All night the roots work to disengage themselves into the cracks from the cracks in the veranda floor. The leaves strain toward the glass, small twigs stiff with exertion, long cramped boughs shuffling under the roof like newly discharged patients, half dazed, moving to the clinic doors. The poet finds that all night the roots of these trees and plants work to get free from the cracks in the veranda floor where they were growing. The leaves also struggle hard towards the glass to get free. The twigs have become very hard, small branches become very hard due to exertion to get free. The longer branches of trees that have shrunk because of being inside the walls and under the roof also struggle to get free. In their efforts to go outside into the forest, they are desperate to be free. Like the newly discharged patients to cross out the clinic doors, like a patient is discharged from a clinic, how he is desperate to get out of the clinic. In the same manner, these trees also desperate. Through a smile, the poet draws a beautiful picture of these trees in their struggle to join the forest. Third stanza, I sit inside, doors open to the veranda, writing long letters in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from the house. The night is fresh, the whole moon shines in a sky still open. The smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms. My head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent. The poet was sitting uh, inside the house, the doors of which open to the veranda. She is writing long letters in which she doesn't mention the departure of the forest from her house. She says, in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from her house. The night is fresh, and the whole moon shines in a sky still open. The poet is indicating here possible rebellion against man by nature, present in her house in the form of trees, plants, etc., growing there. And the poet says he can smell the leaves and lichen. Lichen is a mountain grass, like in moss. So he can smell the leaves and lichen coming from the trees that reach her room like a voice. It comes to him like a whisper, a low voice, and which will be silent next day. So listen, the glass is breaking. Last Estinja. The trees are stumbling towards into the night, forward to the night. Winds rush to meet them. The moon is broken like a mirror. Its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak. The poet asks us to listen to the voice of the leaves and lichen struggling to go out of the house. Now, this voice is of trees stumbling forward. Stumbling means falling, striking something forward into the night. These sounds will not be there in the morning, as he said. It will not be there tomorrow, as the trees will move out of the house to the forest. So the poet can hear the glass breaking due to the efforts of twigs. The glass is breaking due to the efforts of twigs. As the glass breaks, the trees are stumbling outside and get stuck at different places. As they go outside, the winds rush to meet them. The trees are so tall that they have broken the moon into pieces like a broken mirror. The moon is broken like a mirror. The moon seems broken into pieces due to these tall trees coming out in between it and the surface of the earth. And its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak. The moon now sits like the pieces of crown on the heads of the tall oak trees. One can see it's broken due to the presence of tall trees there and the full moon. So this is the poem written by Adrian Rich. And in the poetic devices, the whole poem personifies the trees. Personification, trees are personified, and similes you can see. For example, like newly discharged patients, use of like, still reaches like a voice into the rooms. The moon is broken like a mirror. So all these are the examples of simile here. Okay, we'll be doing question answers next. So this is all for now. Thank you. Bye bye.